All right, today we are going to create an artwork and learn a little bit about unity. So this is supposed to be a self-portrait of yourself as a baker making cookies. So when we talk about unity, the way I like to describe unity is when you take an element and repeat it over and over again, it creates a sense of unity. So for example, in this picture, the cookies are going to create a sense of unity, as well as the writing on the wall. And I also think that this use of white in this artwork is going to create a sense of unity. You can see the contrast between the black paper and all of the white, because the writing is white, the baker is white, the dough is kind of white or very light, and so that's going to create a nice contrast. You can use black paper if you have it, and if you do not, you can use like brown craft paper or a brown paper bag to create your artwork on. All right, so I'm going to start off with black paper for my cookie design. You can either go this way with the paper or this way. It's up to you. I think if you're going to put two people in there, it'd be better to go in the landscape format. I'm only going to put one person, or it's supposed to really be kind of like a self-portrait. I'm going to just do one person for mine. So the first thing it says, I'm just going to kind of go over the directions and let's see, it says, so you're going to start by drawing a horizontal line across your paper. This is for the tabletop. So, and you might not be able to see this very well with my pencil on this black paper. Let's see. So I got my line. It says, next, draw yourself as a baker with a baker's hat, a coat. You could have an apron if you wanted to. It says there's a cat or a dog peeking over the counter, draw that too. And then you're going to draw yourself rolling out some cookie dough. So I am going to, I'm looking at the example on my computer as I'm going. So I've got my line, and then I'm going to draw a picture of myself. I want to make sure that I have enough room for my hat, my chef's hat. So I'm going to start off with just an oval for my head. If you draw really lightly, that really helps you to sketch things out, because then you can erase some of it. All right, so my hands, like my arms and stuff, are going to be going on the table here, so I'm kind of drawing it just like this. I hope you can see this. Let me see. You probably cannot see it very well, so I might have to sketch actually with a white pencil. It might be a little harder for me to erase, but I'm going to sketch with a white pencil just so you can see it on the video maybe a little bit better. All right. Let's see, that shows up a little bit better. All right. I think it's really helpful if you actually look at the examples too, to give you an idea. So I am going to draw my hair. And then I need my chef's hat. I'm kind of looking at the example of the girl on here. That might be a little too big. We'll see. Like I said, I can erase this later on. And then figure out where your eyes and your nose and all that stuff needs to go, and you can draw that. Just gonna give her a smile. and some rosy cheeks, but I will do that with the color later on. I don't know how well you can see this. I'm trying to draw it kind of lightly so that I can erase some of it. All right, so I think that's pretty good. And then the coat. Draw yourself rolling out cookie dough. You can also add cookie dough. Oh, cutout shapes, yes. Add a clock to the wall and write a cookie recipe on the wall. So I thought that would be fun to have on there. And you could just make it up. You don't have to have a real recipe. All right, so let me see. I think I will make my animal right here. I have a dog, so I'm just trying to draw a little dog here. All right. I kind of think the house clock is kind of cute. I don't know where I want to put that. If I want to put it on this side, I'll just sketch something out quickly. And then I can always erase it if I decide not to have it there. All right, and then the cookie dough. And then you can see off to the side on some of these how they have some of the cookie dough already rolled out. I'm just making like a little shape here. And now I have to think about the shapes that I'm going to make. And I might even have her holding the rolling pin. It just kind of looks like a rounded rectangle, and then there's handles on it, but her hands are going to be covering that. All right, so there is the rolling pin. And now the cookie shapes. All right, so you can get creative with this. There's some really fancy ones in these pictures. I think I'm going to go more simple. And we can decorate these cookies too. So we want to make them kind of big enough to do something with. So I'm going to actually like draw this. If I draw something here, I'm going to try to draw it in here like it's been cut out. Maybe a flower. And maybe another heart. There. Maybe I could even add another one over here. All right. Of course, I'm going to want to add some decorations to this. I will wait until I'm using, I think, colored pencil and stuff before I start adding more details to that. All right, so here is how mine is turning out so far. I wished, I don't know if, I think that this is actually cardstock and it's not really black construction paper. Anyways, I'm not loving how the white and stuff is turning out. I wanted it to be brighter, but you can do it just however it works is fine. So I basically have everything colored, so it's supposed to look like these cookies are cut out of this dough here. And this is supposed to be my dog. I don't know how well that turned out, but that's that. And here's me. I didn't add any glasses. Maybe I'll do that in the end. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down a cookie recipe. I'm probably just going to make it up. And you can do that too. And you can even make up ingredients. It's fine however you want to do it. I also noticed that they have some sprinkles in the very background of the artwork. But that's up to you. So you can look at the examples and see how you want to do it. And then I put a lot of little white marks, that's supposed to be flour, sprinkled over the surface of the countertop. So anyways, I'm gonna put this back on fast forward again and finish making my recipe. All right, so I have my recipe written on here. Like I said, you can kind of just make it up and do the best that you can. I don't think I'm going to add any extra stuff. There's like that dark stuff, like maybe what I think it is sort of like black polka dots, and then maybe it looked like brown in the background. I don't think I'm going to add that to mine. I don't think it's going to show up that well, and you don't need to do that either. It's up to you. Notice some of the examples show different things in the background. They might even had a counter in the back with some like mixers and things like that on there. If you want to add that kind of stuff on there, that is up to you. You are more than welcome to do that. But this is how it should turn out, something like this. So I hope you have fun with it.